Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you have shown this YouTube channel. I put up over 5,000 views on this YouTube channel and all of my videos over the past 24 hours. I can't even believe I just said that. 5,000 views in the last 24 hours. And it comes down to each and every one of you girls who are hitting the subscribe button because you love Descendants and Zombies as much as what you have over the past decade. And I think the newer fans of Descendants and Zombies who have been introduced to Descendants and Zombies because of people like Malachi Burton and Freya Sky are some of the biggest reasons why this YouTube channel has exploded in popularity. I think it also has something to do with a really cool guy hosting the show too that a lot of people love. I think that the support is unbelievable for this YouTube channel. I never ever thought I would see as much support as what I've been getting for this channel. Thank you so much, because I could be just some guy uploading videos on YouTube and nobody would be subscribing to me. You know, I do the whole vampire slaying thing with the black sweater on. I look kind of really cool with the black sweater on, and I come in through the window every morning, and I upload a video for you girls about Descendants and Zombies. You know, some guys may take exception to these videos. I don't know why. Maybe they're jealous that a bunch of girls are subscribing to this YouTube channel because they are a fan of Descendants or Zombies. And people tell me all the time, guys do, that no one's going to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I don't really have that great of a reach, or this reason or that reason. Here's the thing. You tell that to some girl who loves Descendants or Zombies. That same guy, look at that girl and tell that girl that you're not going to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and see what that girl thinks. That girl is going to make a difference. She's going to hit the subscribe button because she loves Descendants or Zombies. She loves singing her favorite Descendants or Zombies songs. She loves the fact some guy is sitting in front of his game chair every morning, in front of his camera, recording a video about Descendants or Zombies. So because she loves that guy so much, she is going to hit the subscribe button. Because she loves Descendants or Zombies and has never quit on the franchise, she is going to hit that subscribe button. And she doesn't care what some guy who criticizes this YouTube channel may or may not think. I have received my fair share of criticism over the years for various niches that I have provided commentary on. But this niche is incredibly supportive, and there is nowhere else I would rather be every single morning than sitting in front of this podcast microphone with my Mickey Mouse coffee mug talking about Descendants or Zombies for each and every one of you. You haven't got to tell anybody about the Mickey Mouse coffee mug, though. Oh, you're going to have to forgive me. It's like 8:45 a.m. and when you just get off slaying vampires every morning and come in through your window, do the whole Peter Parker entrance thing, you know, you don't know really how you feel. You feel really messed up after, 12 hours of hunting vampires and zombies. And some nights are crazier than others. You're going to have to forgive me. A couple of nights ago, for those of you who are following my videos, I had a cut on my hand when I came in through the window, and I thought I was infected, and that video ended up getting I think it was 700 plus views. The views that I put up here on this YouTube channel are really, really crazy. Some videos are getting up to 1,500 views now, which is really, really nuts. If Disney were to listen to you girls, I would be probably the main star of Descendants or Zombies at this point, or the voice of Descendants or Zombies for the Worlds Collide tour. That tour looks absolutely fabulous, doesn't it? The choreographing of it seems to be amazing. The songs are great, and it's really cool that they're actually singing original Descendants songs that the original cast first introduced to audiences over 10 years ago. So they got Rotten to the Core, Chillin' Like a Villain is in there, If Only, and then they're mixing it up with some of the newer Descendants songs like Red and Get Your Hands Dirty and Life is Sweeter When You Are. And oh my goodness, Life is Sweeter When You Are is a song that I really love. That became my favorite Descendants song. There's just something with the beat of that song. You know, I would like to be in that dance number. I would love to be on stage dancing with the backup dancers and Ruby. And when I first heard out for her Ruby was not going to be a part of Descendants 5, I was oh my God, I was heartbroken. Oh my goodness. I didn't know what quite to make of that situation. I knew Liamani Segura was going to do a fabulous job as Red's sister, but you could have had Liamani Segura and Ruby Rose Turner in the same production. I think they would have had great chemistry. Liamani Segura, not taking anything away from her, she looks absolutely incredibly sweet. She looks like there's not an unkind bone in her body, and I think she's really going to do a great job as Red's sister in this one, and I'm really looking forward to the classic sibling quarrel quarrel that we always see between brothers and sisters in Disney movies. We've seen it ever since The Parent Trap. We've seen it ever since Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. We've seen it ever since Goofy movie with Max and Goofy. I can't even believe I just referenced Max and Goofy, but we did see it. And I think we will see it in this too, and I think it's going to be really fun. And there go the cops down my street again. Hopefully there's not a zombie breakout while I'm doing this show. Usually it happens just before dusk. When I first moved in on this street, they told me my house was haunted, and I jumped at the opportunity because I knew I had a lot of girls subscribed to this channel who were Zombies fans, and they were subscribing to my channel because they thought the guy hosting the show was really sweet and, knew a lot about Descendants of Zombies. Because here's the thing. There are a lot of guys who will talk about Descendants or Zombies on this YouTube channel, but they will not do their research about Descendants or Zombies. So when you are talking about Descendants or Zombies, and you're hearing their analogies of it, it's almost like they can't make sense of what's happening. You know, the thought of mermaids, seeing their introduction into the franchise, or how vampires, daywalkers, and nightwalkers had this confliction within the movie between day and night, because they wanted to see what the superior group would be, and then werewolves and all this stuff. The thing is, when you're creating a video for 5,000 girls who are watching your videos, what you've got to do is you've really got to be into what you are talking about. So, of course, Jonathan Clarke knew that, 5,000 really cool girls were going to subscribe to his YouTube channel, so Jonathan Clarke really had to be into Descendants or Zombies. So what Jonathan Clarke went and did for 5,000 girls was he fell in love with the franchise. And I know that sounds really cute, I know, but I went and I fell in love with the franchise because I thought that these two when I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, this is going to get me a lot of views on YouTube. I've already got, a reputation on YouTube for really crappy videos, and I turned it around. And because of each and every one of you, I was just a loser that, I had a lot of opportunity. I was always famous on YouTube for stuff that I didn't really make a whole lot of sense. And, I play a lot of video games and stuff, and decided one day to just stop playing video games and create a YouTube channel for people who love Descendants or Zombies. I know a lot of people think zombies are weird. I know a lot of guys really do, because a lot of guys give me a lot of criticism on this YouTube channel. But like I said here earlier, you try to say that to some girl who loves Descendants or Zombies as much as what they do, and then that girl is going to get really mad. She is going to hit my subscribe button because guys are saying really hurtful things to me about my YouTube videos. Perhaps it's because they're not as famous as me. I really don't know. And then that girl watching this video this morning is saying, so did they slay vampires like you do, Jonathan? No, not really. So that makes you a cooler guy. So I'm going to hit your subscribe button. Thank you. All I ever do is I just come on here and I speak from my heart, and I say I try to tell you that you shouldn't believe the critics that you are watching on YouTube all the time, saying that we're running out of supernatural creatures when it comes to zombies or Descendants, fairy tale characters, what have you, because I think that a lot of people are just trying to instill in your mind that we're coming to the end of the Descendants of Zombies franchise, the Descendants of Zombies era, if you would. I don't buy into that. I don't even think we've seen the last of Ruby Rose Turner with how popular her character was. Bridget was far more popular than she was ever given credit for. I will admit to each and every one of you, I've been crying my eyes out every single night of my life since I learned that Ruby wasn't going to be a part of Descendants 5. I haven't cried this much since I found out that Peyton List was leaving Bunked in 2018, and I love Peyton List dearly. I thought Peyton List was the most beautiful girl that was ever a part of a show that had anything to do with Debbie Ryan or the Disney franchise, and she left. And now Ruby did the same thing, went on X, went on Facebook, and said she's not going to be a part of Descendants. And, Ruby, wherever you are, I want you to know that I want to say thank you for everything that you instilled in their minds about how life is indeed emphatically sweeter when all of you are. If anything, you inspired me to be a better person. And if there is one thing that I could say to you on a podcast interview, which I hope I have the opportunity to do with you in years to come, is that you inspired me to be a better person. And because of you, I am a better person. And I love to instill in the minds of girls who watch this show all the time that kindness really goes a long way. If there's one message I want to put in the minds of every girl who ever watched any of my videos, because let's face it, everybody who watches my video is a girl. No guy is going to watch my videos because I'm all lovey-dovey. But the thing is, I've always wanted to instill in the minds of every little girl out there that kindness really does go a long way. And the kinder you are to your friends who have supported you from the very beginning, and the sweeter that you are, the more you will get out of life. I think that Ruby Rose Turner did a fabulous job illustrating that. It had a lot to do with her personality, because ever before she was the character Bridget, she was just sweet. And I mean, she was just deadly sweet. And so was Kylie Cantrell, which is beyond me why so many people are criticizing Kylie for her portrayal of the character Red. I think she is doing a fabulous job, and she is doing a far better fabulous job than what Dove Cameron ever did. Because Dove Cameron was all about the money. Dove Cameron was there just because she had the opportunity to be there and become famous. You know, she was just coming out of a very difficult time of her life. She had lost her father because of a battle with suicide and depression. She was 15 years old. She wanted to be popular. She wanted to be famous, and she achieved that. But she didn't achieve it for the right reasons. And then years later, she comes out and says, you know, I'm bisexual, I am leaving my Disney past behind me. Every interview she does, she's swearing in. So because she makes all these ridiculous claims after so many people had idolized her, here comes Kylie Cantrell with a beautiful representation of what the young Queen of Hearts daughter should have been. And we're criticizing her. We're not only criticizing her for her portrayal of that character and picking up the torch where Dove Cameron dropped it and left it, but we are also criticizing her because of her music. We're criticizing her because of her political point of view, for the referencing of her fans as cuties. I have no issues with that. And if Kylie Cantrell wants to refer to me as a cutie, referring to me as a fan of hers, then she is more than welcome to do that. I mean, I slay vampires for a living. I come in through the window every single morning and escape affection for each and every one of you. And I preach about Kylie Cantrell. I preach about Ruby Rose Turner because they deserve to be preached about. You know, because of them and because of all of you, this show is back. For 25 years, all I ever knew what to do was sit in front of a microphone and talk to you about my life, how my life was going, how I was feeling. And because of them, my show is back and more popular than ever before. You know, 95% of my audience may be little girls who love Descendants or zombies, but I think that is really cool. And it's not just little girls, it's girls between the ages of probably 10 to 15, 15 to 20. I have some 25-year-old girls subscribed here as well. It's really cool, the age demographic that are subscribing to this channel, because you have an age demographic probably between the ages of 9 through 15. Then it goes up as you gradually talk about different topics that have to do with Descendants or zombies. So you go from 9 to 15, 15 to 25. I have people as high as 25, 26 years old subscribe to this channel. The same logic applies to the age demographic that are watching zombies. People have been watching zombies ever since they were 9 years old, and there are people now graduating high school that were just as excited about Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires last weekend, which I was entertained by. I loved it so much. I thought it was so cool that we now have a chance to see mermaids seeing their introduction into the Zombies franchise, which is a thought 7.5 years ago when this franchise first premiered. We never thought possible. I may have thought it was possible because I think everything I see on TV is real. That's why I'm a real nerd. I think video games and everything I see on TV is real. I think the chance of being Crash Bandicoot and running out of Boulder is very real. I think the chances of actually being attacked by aliens or abducted by aliens is very real. I have no doubt in my mind that any of this that we see on Disney Channel could ever be real, because I've always believed that everything I see on Disney Channel is real. So when I first heard about Descendants and Zombies, I thought this was the coolest musical concept that I had seen since, I don't know, High School Musical or Hannah Montana, because it's gone further. You know, the Jonas Brothers, Hannah Montana, Worlds Collide Tour, or whatever it was called, your Best of Both Worlds Tour years ago, was done once. It was a one-hit wonder. But there was never as much of an expansion seen off of Hannah Montana, or more of an opportunity seen off of Hannah Montana and the Jonas Brothers, and their exposure, as there's been for Descendants and Zombies. The fan base is wider, the fan base is stronger, the fan base is more supportive, and it is incredibly kind. I know you girls are incredibly kind because of how much you have supported this YouTube channel, and no matter how much criticism I receive out there, I know some little girl is going to hit my subscribe button because she is a fan of Meg Donnelly, because she is a fan of Kylie Cantrell, because she is a fan of songs like This Is Going to Be My Year and Red and Get Your Hands Dirty and Life is Sweeter When You Wear. I know she's going to subscribe, and I know she's going to believe in the message of this YouTube channel, which is ultimately what I've wanted. I've wanted to inspire people to become stronger, to spread their own message of kindness, And I like to believe that I did that through my kindness, because with me, what you see is what you get. I am not putting off that I am a sweet guy, because that's all I was ever raised to be. That's all I've ever known. My parents did a really fabulous job, an exceptional job raising me to be kind to others, because that's the way that I've always wanted to be treated. And I think that if you treat people the way that you want to be treated, you're going to get more out of life, and you are going to feel more accomplished and more achieved, because you support people the same way that you've always wanted to be treated. My mom would not want me to be treating you guys any differently than what I am now, and my dad, if he were here, would probably kick my ass. And my dad was always like God of War from Kratos, or Kratos from God of War. He was always wanting to kick my ass for things that I did when I was a teenager. And that was a lot of things. That could have been playing video games. That could have been not being sweet to girls. That could have been watching movies that were inappropriate that I probably shouldn't have watched at my age. I don't know. My dad was always a guy that wanted to kick my ass. But my parents did a really good job raising me to instill in my mind that kindness, can never go far enough. And they were great people. And I know that everybody watching my show, whoever is hearing my voice this morning, knows that what I'm saying is true, and they're going to make a difference, because I like to believe that I've withstood that within them. Do I think the chances of a zombie apocalypse happening could happen? Sure I do. I have never ever wanted to take that away from anybody who watches this show, because you can never be too prepared, and you've always got to get them before they get you. And you've always got to remember critical points, like you've always got to keep shooting the zombie. And when you knock a zombie down after failing to shoot them in the head, you have to use that opportunity to reload your ammunition, point and shoot. So you knock the zombie down, point and shoot. Knock the zombie down, point and shoot. And if you keep missing, that's what you got to do until you shoot them in the head successfully. When the zombie keeps getting up, you just keep shooting. I've always wanted to live the Tom Cruise kind of life, man. If you can hit the subscribe button and get me in dangling from the propellers of a helicopter shooting zombies after Freya Sky and Meg Donnelly, then that'd be great. I'd love to be Addison's love interest. I think I dress better than Zed. What do you guys think? Yesterday you saw me with a flannel shirt on. Now you're seeing me with the black shirt, sporting a black shirt. I think Jonathan Clarke would be one of those handsome zombie guys, or vampire slayers, what have you. I think I can get the job done. Oh my. But I do love the new Zombies cast. I think they've got a long way to go, but that doesn't mean they can't get there. I think that they will eventually. It's going to take some time, because of course we were used to, Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim and their relationship, and I really appreciated the words "I love you" being seen and heard in the Zombies cast for the first time ever. Oh, I collect Mickey Mouse mugs. Honest to God, I'm so into this. There is no guy that you will find on YouTube that is this sweet. There is no guy on YouTube that you will find that is so into the Descendants and Zombies franchise as what I am. And if they are, they're just pretty much AI, saying, oh, they're so excited about Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland, where we're going from here. We still got a long way to go, but that doesn't mean that we can't get there. Oh my God, zombie infection. Every morning after I kill a bunch of zombies and werewolves, I feel really messed up. I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago and had blood work done, and everything came back okay. Hopefully I'm not turning into a vampire or a werewolf or something. Oh my God. Oh, do I have special hearing? Can I hear stuff further? Oh my. I'm going to have a million girls hitting the subscribe button for this YouTube channel. Oh, hopefully you guys think I'm really cool. Because I was a real loser in high school, man. All I ever did was play video games. Watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Simpsons. What else did I watch? All kinds of stuff. I watched Rugrats. Pro wrestling. Oh my. Yeah, this is what I do. I sit in front of a podcast microphone every morning, contemplating to turn into a vampire or a werewolf or a zombie. I think I'm okay. My blood work came back okay. After I had the test done, I went to the doctor and thought I had vampire blood in my system. And they ran some tests, and everything came back positive. I got a call within 24 hours. Hey, Jonathan Clarke, you're going to be able to produce your show for a few more years. And I was like, thanks, Doc. So I made sure. I had to get a second opinion to make sure I didn't have vampire blood in my system. And he was like, yeah, man, you're going to be okay. Girls are going to subscribe to your YouTube channel like crazy. Go home and make more videos for them. So that's what I've been doing. I want to say thank you to the people that have been sharing my videos on X too. That is incredibly supportive. and that is dedication. Thank you so much for that. So if you guys are sharing my videos along with watching them, thank you so much for that. I do think Meg Donnelly is incredibly gorgeous, though. I really do. But if I had to choose, say, between Ruby and Meg, I think I would choose Ruby, because I can't live without Ruby's kindness. The thing about Ruby was incredibly kind. And she is someone that I am never ever going to forget because of how kind she was. I'm going to miss her. You can bring in Liamani Segura as much as you want. That's notwithstanding the fabulous job she is going to do as Pink. But I don't know for the life of me how I'm going to be able to live without Ruby. I don't know how people can do it. I guess because they have to move on with the times. Times are changing, and we have to move on. But yeah, I've been receiving a lot of criticism from idiot guys who think this channel is not going to survive. And hopefully you girls can help me out with that and subscribe, like, I don't know, a couple thousand times. I am so close to 3,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, and the more that subscribe to this YouTube channel and help make this YouTube channel stronger, the cooler this channel is going to be. I'm really excited when I see people subscribing to this YouTube channel. I go to Booster Juice, I come home with a fruit smoothie, and I say, holy shit, 5 new subscribers. Almost getting infected by a zombie last night, I think to myself, paid off. Oh my. That song, Dreams Come True, from Nova and Malachi Burton's character, Victor. That song, Victor and Nova were singing in Dawn of the Vampires, was a song that I have had stuck in my head for what feels like forever. Oh, go ahead and subscribe. Show these guys that are criticizing my YouTube channel that a sweet guy can exist on YouTube, and he can create good videos. Because I do believe that there are real vampires out there. I do believe there are real zombies out there. We just have to look hard enough to find them and get them before they get us. You're saying to yourself, hey, Jonathan Clarke, man, I really like your videos. Well, if you do really like my videos, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button, because I will come back later today with another video. And we will talk about the potentiality of a zombie invasion, which is really real. Take it from a guy who lives 5 minutes away from a soda plantation and a chemical plant that could explode, and I actually took myself up on the opportunity to move into a house that was literally 5 minutes away from a soda plantation and a chemical plant that could explode. Because I had to do it. I could just be one of those YouTube creators out there who are creating videos on YouTube that make no sense whatsoever, because he or she does not live 5 minutes away from a soda plantation or a chemical plant, but I actually do. So I'm like living the zombies experience. I'm living the Descendants experience. I not only live 5 minutes away from a soda plantation and a chemical plant that could explode, but I also live on an island that reminds me of Oregon. It is incredibly beautiful here. I wish Ruby Rose Turner were here to shoot Descendants. I wish the entire Descendants cast were here. And don't worry, Kylie, I'm very serious. I'm going to run for President of the United States. I will have more on that today if you come back and join me, because Kylie Control, because of her political point of view, having found a way into the conversation, has inspired me to run for President of the United States. And I think I can get it done. I will give you Disney Plus for free. I will give you a free trip to Disney every year, and I will give you guys better health care, because you need it, and nobody ever deserves to be sick. Along with that, I will make a huge donation every year to the Cameron Boyce Foundation in the honor of the presidency and in honor of his memory for each and every one of you. But all you've got to do, all I want from you, is for you to hit the subscribe button. Honestly, I love seeing people always hitting the subscribe button on this YouTube channel. So if I go to sleep and dream about Descendants or zombies, Descendants or zombies, Descendants or zombies, and I wake up and I find out nobody is subscribed to this YouTube channel, it really hurts me. But if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, it blows this YouTube channel completely out of proportion, and I love when I see people subscribing because they love Descendants or zombies and they stay calm and zombie on, which is the best piece of advice that I could give to anybody, to stay calm and zombie on. When I was in high school, I had this really pale white complexion. I was like one of the guys from Twilight. I was like one of the zombies from Zombies The Zombies franchise. Yeah, hit the subscribe button. Stay calm and zombie on, and we're gonna have a whole lot of fun today. Over the next 3 months on this YouTube channel, we are talking about the Worlds Collide tour. We will talk about that up until September 16th, and then I will shift gears, which means that when we will shift gears, we will head in a different direction. We will talk more about Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland. We will talk more about the upcoming Zombies 5. And the chances if we will see mermaids in the Zombies franchise, which I think are pretty high at this point, because everybody is speculating on what we will see, and if or not we will see mermaids in this. By the way, if there's a girl out there who is a mermaid, hit the subscribe button. If there is a girl out there who thinks she can kick a whole lot of ass, hit the subscribe button. Because I've watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer for years, and there's just something about having ass kickers subscribe to this YouTube channel. So if you are either a mermaid or an ass kicker, hit the subscribe button, and we can have a whole lot of fun on this YouTube channel talking about Descendants or Zombies, because I need a lot of people who can kick the ass of a lot of zombies subscribed to this YouTube channel. Because I live on an island which there are only two ways off of. By plane that could crash, boat that could crash and sink. And I need all the help I can get. So if you are a girl who goes to the gym, lifts weights, can kick a whole lot of ass, subscribe to this YouTube channel and help me in this situation. Oh my. I love sitting on this podcast every morning and having the opportunity to talk to each and every one of you. It is an honor to have met so many incredible Descendants and Zombies fans from all walks of life, and I want you all to know that everything is going to be okay. No matter what you're going through, if you are dealing with a difficult situation in your life, everything is going to be okay, because Descendants and Zombies fans I know are never ever going to quit on me. They have been with me from the very beginning, and they have never left my side. And a video I just uploaded last night, I just made it into the YouTube recommendation system. Thank you, YouTube algorithm. Thank you for pushing my videos out every single time that I upload them. Me and my itchy nose every morning never fail to inspire somebody to either create YouTube or talk more about Descendants or Zombies than what they already do. So yeah, if you can kick a whole lot of ass, hit the subscribe button. If you think Jonathan Clarke will be awesome in the Zombies franchise, hit the subscribe button. You have more than one reason to hit the subscribe button. Oh my. Stay calm and zombie on, everybody. I will be back later on today. Let's go spread some kindness. I will be back with a couple of more videos throughout the evening and in through the night, and we will have a whole lot of fun as we stay calm and zombie on. I love you guys so much.